Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there will be
Y-
nothing happening on your YouTube channel.
Well,
Like you don't lose any subscribers or anything like that, but something that we focus on is having a schedule. If you're putting something out, let's say you put something out on Tuesday and Thursdays, stick to putting it out on Tuesday and Thursday. If you miss, if you go and stop doing it for like a few months, then the people who are following you are going to be like lose interest in your stuff because they don't know when you're going to put something out.
Well, the way to counteract that, because these guys schedule, and with what I do is either very reactionary or it does take me a while to get it set up, get people involved or, write something out or, find a location. The way that you keep people interested is using all other forms of social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take a picture of your computer screen of what you're writing
Yep.
or, somebody that you're attached to that's going to help you. And that way, people will still keep an eye and whatnot. And, if when you start off, if you're like, hey, check that bell so that you're notified every time I upload something, then you won't have to worry too much about taking time off. If it's a couple of months, though, then, yeah, you're going to really want to have to use Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, snail mail, UPS, something. Like, hey, remember me. I'm still
Carrier
here.
pigeon.
Treat
Yeah, caribou.
treat it like
Yeah.
Yeah, I would treat it like it's one of your friends. Like you're like, all right, well, I'm not going to see you all, for this week, but you're still texting them. Treat your followers, your subscribers like a friend. Kind of keep them updated with what's going on.
Mhm.
Hey, working on this, it'll be out. Hopefully within such and such time frame, and just kind of like I said, interact with them like they're one of your best friends. And guess what? They will usually turn into a really good friend.
And you can even do in between videos.
Yeah.
If you're working on something big and you want to, just keep people's attention and whatnot, you can even do a personal video that you just upload from your phone, talking about, hey, I'm still working on stuff. I'm glad you guys are still with me. If you have any questions or want to know anything, just hit me in the comments below. And then at least you're still interacting with them. You know what I mean? And the ones that maybe aren't commenting or at least going, hey, they're still alive. They're still putting stuff out. I'm waiting on this big thing. And you're building up anticipation that way, which is a big deal.
It's just like anything in life. I'm a teacher. Hey, shout out, Zoe. I teach. So anytime I do something, I'm a band director. I have to communicate everything, to the detail of it. Communication is key. That is 100% thing. If you're we love scheduling because we treat it kind of like a TV show.
Because Zach's a communist.
Huge.
Bigly.
If you're going to go watch The Flash, you're going to know what day The Flash is on and what time it's going to be coming on. So some of that is there, but if you're going to take a break, communicate, over-communicate. Be like, hey, guys, make a video. Hey, guys, I'm sorry that I'm going to have to take some time off. Some things are going on, blah, blah, blah. Really, people love when you are a person. And you can probably see some of that over in the Celebrity Hall Room. There are some people that are very personable, and then there were some people that weren't very personable. And the thing you're going to take away is the ones that were very personable. So you being a real person says a lot about you and the integrity that you have. So communicate.
Or be a unicorn. I found that works for me very well.
That too.
No,
Be
that's
mystical.
realistic. Like, I actually dress up as a unicorn. That's why I'm up here.
Yes.
I actually had sort of a public eye question that I think sort of piggybacks off of that. In my job, it's like I interact with the public all the time. And my girlfriend is always like, you might be a little overexposed, don't use your own Facebook account, that sort of thing. You guys, you actually mentioned, there was somebody that was sort of stalking you there for a while. So, do your sort of family members ever worry about you guys being too exposed to the public?
That's touch and go, man.
Yeah.
It really is. When you first start out, you're going to want to add everybody to your personal Facebook account, right? Because they're supporting you and whatnot, and you never know what's going to happen. I've had a lot of people add me, and I've had any negative reactions from it, which is cool. But at the same time, at some point, if you become Greg Miller famous,
Yeah.
you might want to just have a fan page. I mean, we all have, fan pages or like pages and whatnot. But I mean, right now, I think a lot of us, will add if we've, talked to you a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like some random person with no mutual friends, sending them a polite message like, hey, I don't really use my personal Facebook account. If you want to like the like page and, message me there or message me on YouTube, that's probably the best way to go about it.
One good way to do it is on Facebook at least. You can they send you a friends request. So you can go kind of stalk them.
Restock them.
Yeah, and like you can kind of look at a Facebook and be like, oh, she crazy. And then, not accept it.
Why does it have to be a she?
This
Because
person
hold
is
on. I got this. Let me tell you why it's got to be a she. So
Oh, gosh.
let's say you're dating somebody, right? And they're 7 months pregnant with your child, and they say, I'm going to go sci-fi speed dating. And you tell them, hey, I'll only be cool with that if you tell the guys that the father of your child is off planet, they have nothing to worry about, and then they don't do it, and you have a picture of them cheating. That's why. She's sitting right here if anyone wants to shame her.
We don't shame.
We
We're
don't.
not Game of Thrones.
But you will get some that will slip through the crack. I had a guy, and I accepted his friend's request. He seemed cool, and apparently he is from Uganda because I didn't research him. And he messages me just about every day. He goes, "Hey, brother Robbie, how are you doing today?" I'm glad we're friends, but I'm like, I'm cool, man.
I thought you would like the attention.
I mean, he's cool. I've learned a lot about him. He's a pastor out in Uganda, but like I said, just be careful because they will fill up your news feed if you let them.
Yeah. Biggest thing is always be safe. Always be safe. Don't give out your address. Don't take pictures of your outside house because if you do explode or if there is someone that intends to harm, because there are people out there like that, be careful. Always have your safety and interest and your family's safety because there have been YouTubers that have had that problem because they upset one weird community for some odd reason, and then so just be careful. Always be careful in anything you do online because your safety is utmost important.
Or be me and upset the alt-right all the time, every time you can.
Or that.
That's actually
Also,
happened.
what you put on the internet, guess what?
Stays
It
on.
Yeah, it stays on the
on the
internet.
internet.
That it sure does.
So,
Yep.
Facebook owns you. Just letting you know
Yep.
that.
That's why there needs to be a don't send button that you can hit instead.
Yes.
Any other questions? Yes.
Out of curiosity, which social network do you guys prefer to promote more than another?
I will tell you the ones that are the most beneficial. Twitter's awesome.
Yes.
It is amazing platform. It's the oldest and it's the biggest, really, in my mind. You can get a lot of followers really, really fast. They will not interact with you. There will be like 1% that actually interacts with you, and that's the biggest problem with Twitter. There are some awesome people on Twitter though that one of our biggest people that are involved with us, Nick. He came from Twitter, but he's the 1%. So you can put it out there. It helps, get your stuff out there because there's going to be a lot of people seeing it, but don't expect a huge return on that. I know it's helped on the podcast side.
Yes, it's helped tremendously with the podcast.
But if you're wanting to build a community, Facebook.
Yes.
Yep.
Facebook.
we have a group that we just reached 700 this past week.
Yeah.
Of people, and yeah, even in these groups, you're not going to get all 100% of everybody to interact. But I mean, we've gotten our group to where we have people posting stuff that we haven't even talked about yet, and we're just having a good group of people that are in there talking. And it's not like they're like, oh, you guys are awesome. It's just a group of friends talking, and that's what it needs to be, especially on Facebook. You have a page, which I say you have a page for your account, but also have a group where people who enjoy your stuff can get there and talk with like-minded people, and that's a good way to grow too.
You have to get used to having
Ultimate.
voyeurs, pretty much. because a lot of people are like that. They, will read something, watch something, and enjoy it, and then want to have nothing to do with it. Their satisfaction comes completely off of watching it. And that's why we always tell people, if you don't have a lot of, reactions or views or whatever, don't fret, because, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, especially for the younger people in here, Instagram is great. Snapchat has become a huge point of it. I don't understand Snapchat at all. Like, I'm just like, 10 seconds. I can't do anything in 10 seconds. I can knock
Lies.
this over. So I'm just glazing past that.
That's what she said.
Instagram is a really good place to kind of get that going as well. So so those Facebook and Instagram are the great ones. Twitter is just kind of like the shotgun, just poof, my stuff is out, poof, and you just keep throwing it out
I
there.
think
as much as you
Twitter's
can.
the best for purely promotion, but if you want interaction with people, Facebook and Instagram are the way to go.
Forums as well.
Yeah.
Nerd Cave Forum
Shameless plug.
is open and ready.
And be ready to do that. Plug shamelessly. There's
Yes.
no shame in being like, hey, you should check out our stuff. Because people won't check it out unless you
But
do.
shameless self-promotion will only get you so far.
Yeah,
At eventually, that is going to end, because all the people that it's going to affect, it will affect, and then either they'll continuously to share your stuff, or they will just stop because now they're your friend and they know you and they've been watching your stuff for a while. Marketing is probably the second hardest thing to do. Which is why we're up here together, because we will cross-promote each other. Derek will star in my skits. I'll come during Extra Life and play Risk with them and whatnot.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's probably the main thing about YouTube, is not just to generate fans, but to generate people you can collaborate with, or at least talk about, things with, and that way you can plug each other, and that's dirty.
All right, lightning round. You have a question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I've been watching S&M films since they started 7 years ago. And that actually got me into just filming little stuff around my house.
Mm-hmm.
But I've found out that once I get it to the point where I can click submit, I can't click submit.
Okay.
So I cancel it out, and I start.
Okay, so are you? My question is, are you afraid of the people that are closest to you seeing what you do? Okay, and no, keep going.
It's literally my cat, or it's my rats, or it's the snakes that I had.
Mhm.
Like,
Do you mind if I give you perspective? The most famous girl in America right now is the Cash Me Outside How About Dat girl. All right? And she is the dumbest thing to come out of America in a long time. So trust me when I tell you, if people want to watch her, they will want to watch whatever you're doing as well. And that's perspective. There's always an audience. Always.
Yeah.
All right? Like, I dress up like a unicorn, and I do fanboy reactions. All right? People watch it, Lindsay, who sits here, is a fangirl, does fangirl reactions where she literally punches me in the face, and people watch it. No matter what you put out there, there will be at least one person who finds it interesting.
There's a market for anything.
Always hit the submit button, because you will have also a history to go back on and be like, what did I used to do? What's working? What's not working? I go back onto my stuff all the time, and I'm like, oh, wow, I was really stupid. Oh, I'm still stupid, only better at being stupid.
Yep.
Well, we have officially run out of time. PensaCon's officially over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
if you do have any questions, you can.
Last call. Oh, no, sorry, we're not going to.
If you have any questions, you can come and talk to us at any time.
Yes.
We're
definitely.
on all
absolutely.
social medias, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
Thank
very
y'all
much.
for coming. Enjoy your night. Drive safely.